Honorable Minority Leader, I'm a member of this House and I have maximum respect for leadership. So playing to the gallery with some of the comments you made are very unfortunate. But let's be clear, I did not rise to object to government business. The Speaker of the House, and sometimes when you're in the chair, you should pay attention to business in the House. The Speaker in the chair asked the question, anybody with an objection? So I didn't rise on my own. I rose in response to the question the Speaker asked.
Honorable Minister, please, you are a Minister of State. Please, kindly withdraw those statements you made earlier by way of objection to the application made by the majority chief. That is what I'm saying. That you should withdraw those statements because you rose on your feet to oppose the application with the explanation that you've been sitting here for 2.5 hours. So you should withdraw it. You should withdraw it. It is wrong.
Any opposing view? Any opposing view? Honourable members, accordingly, the House is very well.
Honourable Speaker, I've been here to answer questions. The questions are time-bound. If I don't answer the questions today, it would not be possible for me to answer the questions at any other time. So I'm letting the House know. I've been present, I've been in the House for a number of hours, and I've not been called.
You have to relate to the leadership of the House.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Minority Leader. Honorable Minister for Communication, for certain issues, just liaise with the leadership. Yes, Minority Leader.
Honorable Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minister of Communication a moment ago made a statement, which statement has got into the records of this House. I would want to plead with him to kindly withdraw those statements.
Yes, Minister for Communication.
No, Mr. Speaker, what statement is he referring to? He has to be specific on what statement he's referring to. The leader must be specific. I said a number of things.
Mr. Speaker, the minister must know that we accord him respect because he's our minister. He must accord leadership the same respect. Speaker, government business is called by the leadership of the House. So, Honorable Minister, please, you are a Minister of State. Please, kindly withdraw those statements you made earlier by way of objection to the application made by the majority chief. That is what I'm saying. That you should withdraw those statements because you rose on your feet to oppose the application with the explanation that you've been sitting here for 2.5 hours. So you should withdraw it. You should withdraw it. It is wrong. Hey.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I think that let us be clear. I did not just rise on my own. The Speaker of the House asked a specific question, and Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, I'm a member of this House and I have maximum respect for leadership. So playing to the gallery with some of the comments you made are very unfortunate. But let's be clear, I did not rise to object to government business. The Speaker of the House, and sometimes when you're in the chair, you should pay attention to business in the House. The Speaker in the chair asked the question, anybody with an objection? So I didn't rise on my own. I rose in response to the question the Speaker asked. I caught his eye and he gave me the floor. So I didn't just rise on my own. So it's important that we set the record straight. It's going into the Hansard. There are people you play to the gallery with. We have our banter when we have to. But when it's on the record is the record. And so if you're asking me to withdraw what? Are you asking the Speaker to withdraw his question if there was anybody in opposition? The Speaker asked that question and I rose on it. And let us state for the fact that your people have asked questions. For those of you who have just come to Parliament and haven't paid attention to even the orientation, you make the noise. But you see, no. First timers who didn't pay attention. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister responsible for communication.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
What you have to withdraw is if the questions are not taken, you wouldn't be able to come back and answer them.
Mr. Speaker, the very individuals who asked the questions, I said the questions have been invited to answer, for which I've sat in the chamber for 2.5 hours, are time bound. The individuals who have even filed the question are not in the chamber. And so I'm saying to you that, Mr. Speaker,
all you need to do is to wait when it gets to the time and we call the question. And the individuals are not here to ask the question. Then whoever is presiding at that material moment will give the necessary directions. That is what happened. But I'm not also comfortable of the statement that if the questions are not handled for today, you will not be able to come back and answer the questions. I believe that is what the minority leader is asking you to withdraw. So just do the honorable thing and let's make progress. This is not anything.
Mr. Speaker, I have the greatest respect for you.
Very well.
And the reason why I made that statement is because there are other obligations. And I worked with the table office to schedule today. And that's why I'm drawing the attention of the House. Because, Mr. Speaker, the minority leader will be the same person to stand up and say, ministers are avoiding coming to the House. And that's why I'm making this statement, so that it is not said that when you reschedule, and based on other prior commitments, I'm unable to honor.
Honorable Minister for Communication,
so,
just
Mr.
take
Speaker,
a cue.
I take a cue from you, and I'm guided. Thank you.
Honorable members, with all due respect, the statement by the Minister for Communication to the effect that if the questions are not answered, he won't come back to the House to answer the questions, are accordingly ordered to be expunged from our record as if it does not exist. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, a moment ago, the Honorable Minister made a statement to the effect that me urging upon him to withdraw a rather unfortunate statement amounted to playing to the gallery. He went on further to use his left hand to point at some colleagues at the back bench, claiming that they have just come and they should go and learn the rules. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Sam George indeed is a colleague member of Parliament. But he knows, and I know, that once you become a minister of state, you hold an elevated position. And no matter what, all of us must accord that rank the needed respect. I find what he just directed at my backbench unfortunate. With the left hand, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, there is a good reason why you have a front bench. that in all difficulties and dangers, as you see them, you engage, so that we all resolve. Even if they were wrong, you are a minister of state. Two wrongs, even if you saw anything wrong, you don't use your left hand to attack a colleague in the chamber. That's exactly what you did. Mr. Speaker, anyway, that thing that we cherish melts, and it melts with time. I rest my case.
Members, the House is constituted into a committee of the whole. So, Masha, accordingly, you may clear the gallery.